How are we doing today? Facebook, hi. Once again, I'm Mike, Professional Security Institute instructor here. Another class of graduates. Everybody's taking their test, everybody's passed. We've all learned what it takes to become a security officer in the state of Florida. Okay. What we're going to do today is I'm going to award the certificates of completion. After that, we're going to talk about what to do during an active shooter situation. A few points of view to help you out. Let's go ahead and do this. Happenson, would you please come on up, buddy? Everybody here, recruiters out there in the Facebook world, Facebook community. We got a few students here looking for a position. Happenson here graduated. Thank you very much, sir. Did an excellent job. Asked a lot of questions. It was an excellent having you in here. All right, next, Mabry. I called her Mallory for a while because the way she signed in, you just couldn't really understand it, but it's okay. Another one looking for a wonderful position. Thank you. Very fun having you in class. Hussein, come on up, buddy. Gentleman here will be working with, I believe, Brinks, right?
Yep.
Excellent. Got some great shooting techniques and everything, and we kind of fed off of each other. It was awesome. Michael Hannon, a.k.a. Chief. Firefighter from around this area. It's a pleasure having in class. I can thank you very much. You'll be working with the hospitals. Scott, where's my other gun nut? There you are. These two gentlemen right here just happen to be the class designated spokesman. All right, Eric. Eric will be working with Securitas. Cole was in here the other day. Pleasure. Coming in from, first day he was here, came all the way in from Miami, Lauderdale area, beating traffic. Miss Furlow, come on up here. This will be my weekender here, part-timer. Engaged in healthy debates. It was awesome. Thank you very much. And last but most certainly not least, Kyle. Come on up here, big guy. Kyle was working with Clayton over there at Gold Star, working for a as a bouncer. To graduates for this Sunday. Now, give yourselves a round of applause. Everybody did a great job. That's a lot of good questions. A lot of good questions, a lot of good feedback, and everybody really extended through, accelerated through the class very well. I mean, you guys probably could have tested out Friday afternoon, Saturday morning with the process and how well you guys absorbed and took on the material. Now, what I'd like to discuss, like I told you guys, was active shooter. We already touched base on it, so let's refresh a few things. Blue gun, fake gun. Semi-automatic, this is a model of a Glock 17. Round counts with these are 17 rounds in the magazine, one in the stack. Most of your large frame semi-automatics run anywhere from 15 to, I've seen the FNX Tactical, I believe, is at like 19 rounds. Next blue gun, an AR-15. AR does not stand for assault rifles, you idiots. AR stands for Armalite Rifle. Armalite was the original manufacturer of this model, and it was given to the military. The military took it, redesignated it, and gave it the nomenclature of the M16. and then later on became an M16A1 and A2, and now we have the M4 carbine. This is a model of like the M4 carbine. All right, magazine capacity, this style magazine is 30 rounds. The next one down is 15. We extend them out for your stick mags. You've got the longer one, a little bit longer, double. It's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick. That's a 40 round mag. We've got the single circle, is a 60 round drum, and then the real big one that looks like it kind of gives the AR-15 a couple cojones is a 100 round drum mag. The reason I tell you that is so you have an understanding of about how many shots can be taken from these weapons before the active shooter has to reload. The other one right here, AK's got the same stuff on it. The 30 round magazine, 40 round, 50 round, and 100 round drums. This is a blue gun for a Mossberg. Mossberg style shotgun, the M50A1. Most of your shotguns, a tube that's usually about the equal size of a 20-inch barrel, is going to have 7 rounds, anywhere from 5 to 7 rounds. The new KSG-12 Bullpup, I believe, is got like a 20-some round. Is it 20? Anybody know if it's 20? It's got a higher shot, but it's a Bullpup. So now you know. And, you know, obviously rack this fork cone every time you've got a chamber around. Now, a couple of things to do during an active shooter. You hear gunfire inside your office building, inside the hospital. Okay. You want to get everybody out as quickly as safely as possible. As security, that's what your job would be. All right. Most of the time, you're not armed. Not being armed could be a very big issue. You have no way of fighting back. Improvise. Get weapons. Make weapons. All right. Everything can be used as a weapon. Maybe, let me see your pen real quick. I use this pen in the prisons. All right. Zebra pen. That's a steel tube. All right. Get up here real close and personal. That comes out. That turns into a pointed stabbing weapon. You now have a weapon. You have something that can be used as a weapon. All right. That's a stabbing weapon. You've got impact weapons. Stapler. Mine opens up. It's an impact weapon. You smack somebody with it. All right. Improvise. Laptop. Pick it up and you smash somebody with the keyboard. Those are improvised weapons. Now, what should you do? You follow me back over here. Not taking my clothes off, I promise. The way that this door works, by hinge, it opens up, right? Belt over top, all the way up, and run it tight. You just sit back here and hold on to it. Push this door open. Keeps the door closed in place. All right. Barricade yourself inside of an area. Get yourself covered up. Hide. As an active shooter, what they want to do is to kill as many people as quickly as possible before somebody shows up with bigger guns to take them out. That's what terrorism's all about. That's what fear is. That's what active shooters do. Now, you find yourself in a position to hide. Turn off all the lights. Once you turn all the lights off, if you can, lock the door, barricade the door some way, and hide. And be very quiet. Like I said, active shooters are looking for victims. Don't be a victim. Another improvised weapon, fire extinguisher. Fire extinguishers make really great personal defense items. Once you pull the pin out of there, the ABC dry chem that comes out of this, you're shot into somebody's face. It acts as a great distractor. Once they've been distracted and covered in powder, you just smash them with it. Sounds barbaric, but I'm going home. Don't care about the active shooter. Hiding under a desk, you know, is another good way. If I come in and I'm walking through with a weapon, I'm not going to sit there and stop and somebody underneath of there. No, I need to keep moving. You know, more than likely law enforcement's on the way. SRT, Special Response Team, SWAT teams have already been localized. They're ready to take out the shooter. Next thing you want to do, let's say that you don't have the ability to barricade that door. So we come on over here. We're going to act as if this was a doorway. Shooter's going to come through. You or as many people as you can muster or possibly get together. We're going to do something. Distract them. Everybody's hiding behind the doorway. They can't be seen. As the shooter comes through, you have one person with maybe a stack of papers. As they come through, throw it at their face. Distract them. They're look, trying to figure out what's going on. And everybody jump up on top of them and tackle them, attack them. Now, get back to the weapons. You subdued the person. Great job. Law enforcement's en route. Once you get there, you're going to want to keep your hands up, all right? Except for the people that are detaining the active shooter. Somebody, once you've disarmed the active shooter, somebody should kick the weapon away, stand on it. You know, make sure it's out of the reach of the shooter. Standing on the weapon, hands still raised. Law enforcement comes in. Everybody's arms are up except for the people dealing with the active shooter. And you're standing there. I have the weapon underneath my foot. That's the active shooter right there. They'll take it from there. You know, semi-automatic firearms. Let's go over here for 1 second. Semi-automatic firearms have an action that is designed to rechamber the next round with every cycle of the trigger. We don't play with live firearms. Weapons clear. All right. Now, so as the weapon is discharged, you pull the trigger. When you pull the trigger, slide comes back. It goes to reset the trigger. It chambers your next round and reconnects. When you are engaged in hand-to-hand with that active shooter there, you've thrown the distractor, you need to go for that firearm and you want to try to grab it around this breech area. You want to lock that action in place and squeeze down as hard as you can, maintaining control over the firearm. The shooter will get one shot off, but when it goes to go back, it may jam, or actually it will jam the action of the firearm. So now they can't shoot the gun anymore. It becomes inoperable. They'd have to take it out, drop the magazine, clear it, and do the whole 9 yards. But you've got the gun. Now you're fighting over a gun. It's been discharged away from you. You take the firearm, grab it, and push it away. Action versus reaction. It is quicker for me to take action, and in comparison to your reaction, it would be slower. It takes you longer to react to an action taken against you. And we prove that by a little demonstration with a $1 bill. I'll even do it with a name tag. Went over here towards Mabry. I'll show you something real quick. This is called talk about action versus reaction. Mabry, stick your hand up, please. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to take this off the desk before I get to it. And I'm going to put my hand above your hand. So you are to grab that. When I move my hand, when I go like this to move, I want you to take that. This is called action versus reaction. Her reaction will be delayed to my actions. This is what we talk about. Go. And I went down and around the hand. So action versus reaction. Some things to think about. Okay. Get out safely. Call 911. All right. As you're going, try to call 911. Get help coming to you. All right. Not everybody. I'm not trying to say everybody should be a hero, but if that's all you have left is to fight, fight. I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. All right. So that's what I would say is my segment here for active shooters, a good training situation we talk about. We got a lot of good videos about that, and our consultant, Jesse, is pretty good at teaching everybody and training everybody with the active shooter training. Now, once again, come see us, 3924 Cleveland Avenue. We've got our sister store, Tactical Weapons Gun Negotiator, out front. We teach concealed carry classes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday at noon. D classes, Class D, unarmed security guard training, officer training, is held every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., 4 10-hour days. We hold that every week without fail. If you want to get G licensed, next class is August 15th, 16th, and 17th. 15th and 16th is going to be 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and then that's Monday and Tuesday. On Wednesday is 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. We hold the G class right now at least once a month. We may be expanding back out again to every 2 weeks. Visit us on the web, psifortmyers.com. Doesn't matter how you spell it, FT, FORT. It all gets redirected to the same site anyway. Take advantage of our online only pricing. Normal cost of the D class is $150. Pay for it online, you get to save $10, kind of like an early registration for the class. Veterans. Any veteran who's been discharged within the last 24 months, when your ETS date has been within the last 24 months, bring your DD-214 in person, and the cost of the class for you is $125. Reason being is Department of Agriculture now, for any D licensed officer any military vet discharged in the last 2 years who wishes to become a licensed security officer for unarmed security, their initial application fee is waived, so they don't have to pay $45, but they do have to pay the $42 background. Now, you can pay for your concealeds online, you can pay for your G license online, and then come in person. Our G license cost is $225 if you have your own gun and ammunition. Without gun and ammunition, where we supply everything, is $300. And last but not least, we have just started a wonderful YouTube channel. You can see my smiling face, Jesse's and Dave's all out there. I know, good Lord, right? It's PSI Professional Security Institute, right? Like us on Facebook. Like us on YouTube, follow us, visit us on the web, give us a call, 239-936-7044. We can answer any questions you may have, and talk about tactical weapons for a moment. We love our freedom, we love our Second Amendment, we like hearing freedom ring in different calibers. Come on by and see us. We got everything from 22s to, actually we don't have the 50 BMJ anymore, 308. Yeah, I think we're up to 308s right now. AKs, RPKs, ARs, AR-100, the 308 ARs. We've got Remington 700s out there, beautiful Remington 700. It's got a nice 24-inch bull barrel and a Nikon scope on it. Thing is absolutely gorgeous. We're a Glock stocking dealer, blue label dealer, which means any law enforcement officer, firefighter, paramedic, public safety official, and veteran, what do we call it, the retired veterans. You have to have your retirement CAC card, your CAC card. Glock Sports Shooting Foundation and armed security officers are eligible to fall underneath the Blue Label program. You basically get to buy a Glock firearm twice a year. You can buy 2 guns a year, and it usually saves somewhere around $100. Those are eligible for any 9mm, 40 or 45, including the new single stack 380, the and single stack 9mm, the Glock 42 and the 43. We have Smith & Wesson M&Ps out there. We've got 1911s. Got the FNX, nice gun in 45. A bunch of concealed carry guns, Ruger LCR, Smith & Wesson Bodyguards, the new SIG, not new SIG, but the SIG 238. So, visit us on the web, PSIFortMyers.com. Visit us on Facebook at the Professional Security Institute. Visit us on YouTube, Professional Security Institute. And take a look at tactical weapons and the gun negotiator online, as well as Jesse Morgan and the extractor tool. Wonderful life-saving device that Jesse has come out with on that. Do we have any questions from the Facebook community? No, must be dead out there. It's okay. I'm almost dead too. Do we have any questions here from the class? I'd like to thank this week's graduates for coming and taking class with me. I hope you guys had a good time and enjoyed your time out here. As soon as Honesty leaves, we got a couple more hours left. We'll do some terrorism awareness training, and we'll get out of here. Everybody gets to get certified, or everybody's certified. You'll be out of here Monday morning. All right. I'm Mike, instructor at the Professional Security Institute, and as always, stay informed. Thank you. We'll see you next week.